Well, hello everyone. One of the many advantages of being part of this beautiful ecosystem, other than the fact that we're dealing with a regulated business, you cannot have an online presence or a physical presence in a country or multiple countries in the European Union, unless, of course, um, the government grant you access to have a physical crypto presence where you're exchanging crypto to fiat, fiat to crypto, crypto to crypto. The difference between an ecosystem that has all uh, the resemblance of the legacy system. By legacy, I mean the fiat world, where you have the ability to walk into an ATM and get fiat deposit or withdrawal, the ability to go to a store, a clothing, shoe store, online or offline, and basically exchanging fiat or credit for goods and services, or you walk into a place that has fiat remittance, such as Western Union, MoneyGram, or and the like, to send money to your loved ones um, to overseas, regardless of where you come from, or the ability to utilize a fiat-based remittance system or perhaps money transfer system, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, where you can basically, uh, go to a restaurant and, share a meal or participate in a meal, and then you split the expenses together on the fly. You can do all that with crypto. In fact, better. You can do all that with crypto and better. And you can do all that regardless of where you are. You don't have to be limited to a regional service provider. Using a platform like Kinesis, for instance, that allows you to basically bring back the gold standard in a sense. You can pay somebody in gold. You can, request gold. You can go to a merchant and basically pay for your services in gold and silver using Kinesis money, or participate in a asset-backed ecosystem such as uh, Miracle Cash and more, for a complete uh, eco-friendly global crypto exchange where you can go to a electronic vending machine and exchange crypto to fiat, fiat to crypto, crypto to crypto, or having a brick and mortar presence to exchange, send, request, receive crypto anywhere. You don't have to live in the presence in a region where there is an actual store in Cyprus, Spain, France, Germany, UK. You don't have to live in the area to participate in the micro share membership of a master license. And since this is not, absolutely not, an MLM, it is an affiliate program with 3 tiers. You have 3 degrees of influence where you can impact your community economically. You can have an impact in your community by bringing something to them to give them hope, and they too have an impact on you economically um, by granting you a 10% leverage on your social impact on them. In other words, I share this with you and you see value in it. You want to participate in a real ecosystem, not a platform, because any platform you put money in, it's not if, because you're not regulated, it's going to fall apart, it's going to go bust anyway. It's only a matter of time before regional uh, government start cracking down on any crypto platform that offers high yield but have no substance, okay, with no proof of trading, and you're giving money to a platform, and you have a lot of uh, uh, YouTubers or influencers, commission junkies who are sometimes paid to take a position so that way they can onboard people into those scam-based platforms with no substance, that are not backed by any real asset, no real proof of trading, but they're basically taking money from one person to pay another. I was a foolish person once and participated in those things and realized that never again participate in those kind of things. And definitely, if I participate, never again share this kind of scam projects to anybody, because I do not want to associate with people losing money, losing their dreams. And unfortunately, there are people who are already so accustomed to these things. When you share something of substance with them, they don't have the self-concept to understand nothing's of substance come in that easy, and there's always a fool. Okay, there is always someone ready to take advantage of a fool. Well, that's the biblical concept of it, in a sense. What good is money in the hand of a fool who lacks financial literacy, who lacks basic financial education? And one of the lessons from the richest man in Babylon: make sure that you do what you can to not lose money to any platform that offers high return. Okay? First of all, it's hard enough to save 10% of your income and make that 10% work for it, and invest your 10% with people who have experience in managing or put the money in a business that is generating profit, and avoid at the same time scam projects that are designed to deplete your resources. Okay, and making sure that under any circumstances that you put money aside, so that way you can own the piece of property where you live as opposed to renting, and then have reasonable insurance so that you can protect yourself should you no longer around, so the people who live behind you can leave an inheritance for them, whether it's an insurance policy or a property that can be transferred to pay off your debts, or a life insurance policy, for instance, you can leave behind to make up for your absence. Anyways, what was I going with that? The Richest Man in Babylon is a book that you cannot afford not to read, or perhaps know its content backward and forward. Great book. Anyways, own the piece of property where you live. Okay, have reasonable insurance, and increase your ability to generate revenue by constantly learning, constantly adapting to change, and constantly positioning yourself with economic trends, so that way you can be positioned to take advantage of opportunity when it comes across. Because there are certain changes that you cannot avoid the mistake of passing or not learning or not adapting. Anyways, so one of the opportunities for you to have the opportunity to learn about this ecosystem, and according to your ability, take that knowledge and share it with other people, and have I have it tied into an affiliate project, an affiliate marketing concept with 3 generational opportunity for you to earn 10% from the first tier of the person you share with, which will then has an influential factor on the second generation, which would pay you 4%, and the third generation that would pay you 3%. In a sense, if you have a bad experience, okay, let's say you get a flat tire, what is the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna complain about it to everybody you come across will know about it, and that information will have multiple generations of people share about it. In fact, you could have 6 or 10 generations of people who knows about your bad experience, simply because you shared with the first person, who then shared with their first person, who then third generation down shared it with another third person, and that information can take a life of its own. Next thing you know, your misery is someone else's entertainment, 10 generation, long after you've told us your bad experience one time. Well, in the same way, you just come from watching a movie. There's a good movie people are talking about right now, and because I don't intend wasting my time watching a movie, um, let's say, for instance, one of my all-time movies that has a great lesson to it, Shawshank Redemption. You know, I love that movie. I watched it multiple times. The lesson to learn in it is so great. Um, and in fact, my enthusiasm in talking about the movie sometimes can cause someone to watch it again just for the lesson itself. Two people, one with hope, the other without. One has been in prison for a long time and therefore is institutionalized with no hope. And another person who is incorrectly put into a place, but because he has hope, he leveraged his unique skill, and it is that acquired skill that led to his escape in prison, and therefore pay the favor in bringing someone from an institutional loser mindset and instill hope in someone who had no hope. One played by Morgan Freeman, and the other played by Tim, who plays Henry Dufresne. You know, same situation, same circumstance, two different outcomes, and one was able to influence another based on sheer belief, persistence, and consistent action led by the utilization of one's natural skill. In other words, he had a skill that he put to use that led to his escape. Morgan Freeman, who plays Red, had a skill of basically he was the prison's merchant. Okay, having no hope, he used that skill to basically, he was known as a person who can get things to other people, and his skill was limited within the wall. First of all, he was mentally in prison, and then he was put in an institutional that basically crushed his spirit. That very same skill could have also led him out, but he had no hope, and without hope, the man pretty much spirit was crushed. So even talking about that, you can actually watch a clip and influence someone. Hey, there is always hope, no matter what circumstances you're in. In a sense, that same good experience, I share this with you. I'm pretty sure it has the ability to influence someone else that you'll be talking to who had no hope, so that you can nudge someone forward, and that nudging can have 3, 4, 7th generation impact just by that quick reference. So in a sense, information itself has a life of its own, being it positive or negative. If your influence is negative, it would have probably a deeper reach, because misery loves company. It's harder to communicate or to communicate hope, because you would have to do a psychological detox in that person that you're talking to anyway, to instill some small degree of hope, and hope that small nudge of influence can have a 2, 3, 4 degrees of impact. So when you participate in an opportunity that is backed by a real business concept, regulated environment, and you see an opportunity for you to come from a miserable job that you barely can stand, but because you have necessity you have to go to, and now you can see, wow, I can not only participate, open a free account, and I can share this with people, and then you basically involved in shaping your network environment around you, and in return your environment shapes you in return you're influencing people by instilling dream in them, and in return you're being incentivized economically through 10% of their economic impact. And then since when you impact someone, it does have the ability to impact multiple people beyond you, and so you have a 3 degrees of separation of impact in that 3 degree, you can impact someone that you may never know. You can, by changing your life, because you just you bless someone with this opportunity, who then blesses one more person. That's your second generation. Who then blesses another person. That's your third generation, where you earn 10% on your first layers of impact, 4% on your second, and 3% on your third. So people you did not even know, because you find out about something of substance that can change someone else's life and indirectly impact families 3 degrees. Now, the opportunity ceases to be economically profitable for you 3 degrees, but there is a leadership structure within that opportunity that continue to have an impact, an infinite impact, by taking a leadership role. Once you understand that 3 immediate layers of economic impact, so you impact someone's life by sharing an opportunity with them, and then they in turn touch someone's life, and that that creates another layer of impact. So within your cell is a, 2 other clusters of cells of network. Since everyone, you could say everyone is a little node, everyone is a little island. So you throw a rock, and you can see that concentric rings, and there's a body of water behind me. I could grab a rock and throw it in the water, and you can see the concentric ring around the water, where the impact continue to reverberate, continue on long after, visually, that you cannot see the impact, but that continuation happens. But you may be lucky enough, according to your eyesight and patience, if you can last a few minutes to see the impact of the of the water, basically circling in a concentric nature, creating multiple layers of impact. And that one little vibration, if you continue it, can continue on to the very edge of the water, of the river, even though you yourself may not be able to see it past the first 3 or 4 vibrational wave, or you could say. So what am I saying? Well, I've been talking about the STAR program for quite some times now, and I've done multiple videos on it, and this is me talking about it. And so I'm having to have a visual in front of me that I created. So when you participate in the program, everyone can create a free account according to their ability. Okay, according to your ability, you present. If you have dreams, if you have desire, if you have an inkling of desire in you to change your life, if there is anything that bothers you so much that you would do anything to change, that you would turn off the social media, you turn off the idiot box called the TV, you would turn off definitely the news, because there's nothing productive in the news, and to basically start picking up a book to read instead. Spend some time in nature, listen to some beautiful classical music, to reprogram yourself, to detox, to do a intellectual detox from garbage to substance. And then you'll have a quiet enough mind to be able to now reprogram yourself with dreams, goals, ambitions. And then maybe you can now start having an impact on people. When you talk to somebody, you could say, oh, by the way, I find out about something. It may not be for you. Perhaps you can take a look at it. It does involve it does involve you getting out of your comfort zone, so you can actually expand your horizon. Perhaps if 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 this is for you, maybe you might want to pay attention. I don't promise you anything, but take a look at this. It's free to create a cash flow NFT account. Take some time to learn through some videos and some one-on-one chat. Okay, definitely stay away from any kind of platform that you do not know the people. If the business cannot be verified, definitely it doesn't matter how much they pay. It's only a matter of time before it falls apart. Anyway, from government crackdown to regional crackdown, to eventually, you'll see video about this platform, work for that platform, is a scam, and many people are falling victim to those things. For the first time, you can actually participate as be part of an ecosystem backed by a business that is generating cash flow, and you can create a free account, participate in it, and you have an opportunity to impact people's lives as well and benefit economically. 3 degrees of separation, 3 layers of organization, not necessarily a network marketing, but definitely an affiliate program that has the ability, as you impact your community now incentivize you for taking time to educate them. 3 degrees. And according to your ability and influence, your social skill, and your communication skill, and being coachable, perhaps you can take advantage of also our leadership. You could say being a master influencer, a change move, a master influencer. You could actually have more impact than a local preacher at a church. Okay? Anyways, I don't want to get into that because I can get passionate about that itself.